Your morning starts now. It's the Q102 Jeff and Jenn podcast brought to you by CVG Airport. Fly healthy through CVG. For more information, go to CVG Airport /fly healthy.
Lauren is looking for a second date update with a guy named Shane. Hi, Lauren.
Hi.
So let's start from the beginning. Tell us how you met Shane and how the first date went.
Yeah, so I met him on Bumble, and I was super excited to go out with him. He just seemed really nice, like a really nice, genuine, good guy, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm so surprised that I have not heard from him since our date. I mean, he really, from everything that I could tell, he did not seem like the kind of guy who would just ghost somebody at all. So, of course, I've been over here just racking my brain trying to figure out what I could have possibly done to turn him off. I will say, you know, something I've been kind of playing with, like, I know I consider myself to be a really, really honest person, and that can scare people sometimes, I think. I do not have the energy to lie or stretch truths or anything, because I've just learned, like, once you tell one lie, then you have to keep telling more lies to support the original lie.
Yeah.
And then you can't, you know, you have to remember all of them. And I can't. And I learned that the hard way. So I've decided there's, like, no sugarcoating or dancing around topics or anything. I just, like, say how I feel and what I think.
So do you think you maybe said something that was just so brutally honest that it turned him off? Like, did you wade into politics or get into a debate about a social issue, or did you reveal too much from your past, do you think?
I don't really think so. Like, I've been thinking about that, and I can't think of anything that he would have reacted badly to in any way. And, you know, we actually, like, we did share a lot of those things, actually. Like, we did share a lot about our past and about politics and family life and priorities and, like, all of those kinds of things. And I'm also, like, really good at reading people for the most part. And so just based on his body language and everything, there was nothing that seemed like he wasn't totally into it and in agreement and sincere. Like, on those issues of politics and all of those things that can be a little wonky, which I actually like to talk about in the beginning, because, like I said, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to be me, like I want you to be you, all of that. But he seemed to be in 100% agreement, like total agreement.
Okay, so nothing shocked him.
No, and, like, even when he was the one to share his side of things first, you know what I mean?
Right.
The whole thing was like an ideal first date. You know, we had a great dinner. We went back to my place. He stayed the night. It was all good.
Oh, stayed the night.
Yeah, like, because I'm telling you, it was a great date.
That was a good date.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, this has come up on Second Date Update before, where we'll reach out to someone and we'll say, hey, why did you ghost this person? They say, well, I didn't ghost him. We didn't make any plans. Like, there was nothing implied that we were going to get together again. It was a fun dinner.
Well, they feel like it's a hookup. Like, they have, because it felt like a beginning, a middle, and an end. Like, the dinner, the hookup.
Yeah.
Talk to you later. Maybe.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's legit. True.
Yeah. Have you tried to, like, talk to him or text him or anything?
I have, and, like, I'm just thinking about some of the things we talked about, and I think it was pretty clear that I would want to see him again. I feel like I made my intentions super, super clear, and, you know, at the end of the night, he thanked me for good night, he kissed me goodbye, all that, and, like, I said, talk to you later. He smiled at me, kissed me again, and yes, I've tried to reach out. Like, it was, I guess that was like 4 days ago, and yeah, I've tried texting him twice, but nothing.
You said you made it clear that you wanted to see him again. Did you find it hard to nail him down in that moment?
No. And I mean, when I say that, it wasn't like, I wasn't trying to make, like, a specific next date plan.
But you just made it clear that you were open or hoping to see him again.
Yeah. And, like, you know, just in terms of, like, what I was looking for and, you know, in my dating life right now. And you know, we, like, really were hitting it off. So I feel like that was pretty clear. Like I said, I try to be really honest.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe you're too honest. I don't know. People got the weirdest hang-ups about the weirdest crap, you know?
They really
do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll call Shane and see what's going on.
That sounds good. I would love to know.
We'll do it next as Second Date Update continues here at Cincinnati's Q102. Okay, Lauren met Shane on Bumble. They had a lovely date. One of the refreshing things about this particular date was that, Lauren's an honest person anyway, and so they were able to kind of go everywhere. They talked about this, that, and the other thing, pretty much everything under the sun. It really felt to her like they're philosophically in line. We hear this often, and good for Lauren for going there and being honest and not sugarcoating things because, hey, why waste their time? Why waste your time?
Yep.
And the date was so great, they ended up going back to her place or his place. I don't remember, Lauren.
It was my place.
And you made it clear that you were open to seeing him again. You kind of got the same vibe from him, but after a couple of attempts to reach out, nothing.
Exactly.
Okay, the age-old second date update. It's how it starts, right?
That is how it starts.
We've heard it before.
Let's call him up. Let's see what he says.
Hello.
Hi, Shane?
Yeah, it is.
There he is. It's Jeff and Jenn at Q102. How are you this morning?
Oh, pretty medium. How about you guys?
That's
How
a great
honest,
response.
yeah.
I love that.
Same.
He's honest, too.
Wait, I know what this is.
Well, yeah, it's a second date update. I'm not sure we're talking about the same person. Have you been dating more than one person?
No, just one, and this seems right up her alley, so I'm not surprised, actually.
Okay, so well, then let's talk about Lauren. She seems nice. She seems honest. It sounds like you had a fun date because you went back to her place.
Yeah, there was good stuff for sure, and honest, to say the least. I never met anybody this honest. She's, there's nothing that's up there for question. She tells you like it is from the start. So,
was there anything off-putting that came up during your dinner conversation that you thought, I don't know about this one?
No. She said she was looking for the special guy that would be her cuff through Valentine's.
Oh.
And then, the way she even worded it was with an option to renew. It was very technical and precise and organized,
Yeah, I love the reference to cuffing season because that is a thing for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
you kind of want to have someone nailed down for the holidays at least.
Well, that
right?
way you don't have to live it alone. The holidays alone sucks.
It kind of seemed like it was all about her the way she worded it that way, though. It was like for her purposes. It wasn't the problem.
Oh,
but
that's
anyway,
interesting.
Well, she had a whole checklist of qualifications, family background, politics. That was a hot button for her family, and she said we'd be hanging out with the family a lot. So that was best. We're on the same page with sports and travel and everything. Yeah. I mean, it was a full interview.
Ooh.
What kind of, maybe it's the best way to do it because we did line up. I mean, there was a lot of stuff we had in common, and we definitely hit it off.
Yeah.
But,
were you expecting to hook up that night?
No way. Who knew where she was going? But we were going wherever she said. I know that much.
That's funny.
And she told us to go back to her place.
And you being the good guy that you are.
I'm a trooper.
Attaboy.
It was hot. She was hot being this assertive.
There is something sexy about that.
Oh, my God. It was great. But when you stop and you kind of add it all up, you're saying, am I going to be at her mercy on what she calls from here on in? She was that bossy when it came down to it.
Oh, wow.
And I certainly wasn't going to say no going back to her place. I didn't want to be rude. And that was great. But,
you think he's kidding? I mean, that's legit. Like, guys really do sometimes think that way. Like, well,
They think, it's going to be rude, not I'm going to get laid.
Well, there's that.
I mean,
I'm just
come
saying.
on.
But even if you're
I think
not that wild
getting
about
laid is that's a little harsh way to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
How about embrace, ultimate embrace?
Yes.
So was the cuffing season the thing that did it for you? Was it the outlook of assertiveness?
Or was it the option to renew?
Or
because that's my favorite.
If those things weren't part of it, if it wasn't about this cuffing thing, would you be interested in another date?
Yeah, but that's who she is. And the cuffing thing seemed to go right around my neck from the beginning. And it was more like a collar, like I was collared,
Which is fun for a night, but not everybody wants that every day.
No, and that was it. It was like option to renew, and it was going to be through the. I mean, we're already talking Valentine's and things like that. Jeez, man, let's just see what happened.
Yeah.
And maybe the fact we hooked up that night wasn't such a great indicator.
Okay.
It seemed a little bit crazy, a little bit inconsistent.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
She is hot, though.
That's a
She
compliment,
is
Lauren.
hot, though.
You are hot, but you're just too intense. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. This is kind of, I don't know. This is kind of disappointing.
Did you feel
So
mischaracter, or did you
this-
feel like he's off base with how he's described you?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like it was all about me at all. Like, I don't agree with that. I feel like everything I was asking was to see if we were, like, compatible, right? So then, of course, it would be about you too,
But don't you
Shane.
think
Like,
you
of
led
course.
that?
And
Don't you think you led that entire interview with your purposes?
I love that he calls it an interview.
It's not a date
I
anymore.
interviewed,
Yeah.
like, I feel like, yes, I had
Well,
very
option to
specific
renew.
intentions. I think, well,
I have that in my contract.
Yeah, same.
That's what it sounds like, a contract, doesn't it?
First right of
Yeah,
refusal.
absolutely.
It's a job interview with a contract at the end.
Yeah.
that was
It was
like a
a,
little
you know-
bit tongue in cheek, you know. Like I was being kind of silly with that, like the option to renew.
3-month
You know.
lease with no pets, pretty much.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, I mean, the thing is, like, what's kind of confusing to me, I guess, is that when we were together, you seemed like really into all of this, and now it's seeming like you're acting like this is like the most off base, like crazy thing you've ever experienced. And I'm pretty disappointed because I've been like really, really honest and straightforward this entire time. And I did not take you for an opportunist and a dishonest person. And you let me like pay for everything on our date and then slept with me knowing that you weren't really interested apparently. And I'm just like, oh my God, like what a waste of my time and my money. And like, this is very,
I didn't know any of it. I didn't know anything. And you insisted on the. We fought pretty hard on the dinner, and that was part of your whole presentation. Was that you were grabbing the check, and you were grabbing the plans for the rest of the night. I went with it, and it was fun. I didn't sign on for permanency that night. I mean, I don't know what to say.
You know, you
We got
say
swept up.
opportunist. Others would say just being flexible.
I don't know about
I was
that.
agreeable with the opportunity, but I wasn't an opportunist.
I was very, very clear, and it sounds like you knew that you weren't into this, and you came home with me anyway, and I don't like that.
So now we have no chance of a second date.
Correct. This is not like on my nope. Like on my list of qualities, this is not going well now.
Yeah, I think you each have a different perception of the reality of what happened. You have your own version.
Yeah, and I feel like it's kind of in the middle, but what's done is done. And you're right. I mean, if this is how it's going to be every day, if you're going to have this clash, then yeah, why?
Yeah,
You know,
Just not a match.
if you get swept up in somebody, sometimes you get caught in their momentum. I got caught in your momentum and went with it, and it was fun, but it was not. I wouldn't want to be overpowered by it constantly.
Oh, wow.
oh my God. Well, you know what? I need someone who can
You're
hold it on
alive.
anyway. Like this is just not. This is not it. This is not it. But like, I am so glad that we were able to have this conversation so that I can be super clear. I was looking for clarity, so thank you. Like this is great.
Still a little
Thank you.
time to get someone in for the season.
Yes, there is. There is.
Even though it's not a match, I still consider this a successful second date update
Yeah.
because we've achieved clarity.
And there was a
Clarification.
communication.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's right.
Tim.
Yes, I really do appreciate you guys. Really, thank you.
Shane, thank you for taking the call.
Hey, thanks for having me. This was a blast.
God, this guy.
And Lauren, appreciate you putting yourself out there and coming on.
Thank you. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for helping me get some answers.
You too. Take it
Sure.
easy.
See ya.
Still nice and clear.
Thanks for listening to the Q102 Jeff and Jen Morning Show podcast, brought to you by CVG Airport. Fly healthy through CVG. For more information, go to CVG Airport /fly healthy.
Grab a 30-day free trial of Live by Live Plus, and you'll get unlimited skips, commercial-free music, and all of the podcasts and live streaming events you can handle. Visit livexlive.com/podcast1 to learn more and start your free trial.